everybody, and welcome to the Dither Cup of Racing Series. We should be saying Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. My name is Chip Chapman. I'm joined, as always, by Lightning Lord Shivers here in the land of the rising sun. The sun just rose. It is early.
Hi. Chip-san, Ohio, Konnichiwa. Oh, man,
We're trying, y'all.
I'm trying. I mean, at least we're not trying to pee and coke. That's what other race series would think about, but not us. We're the Denver Cup race. Jesus Christ, it is so damn early.
It's really early. We have no idea what time it is exactly. It is early as hell. We are here at the Strong Style Kings Roadway in Tokyo, Japan. It is the Denver Cup of Racing Series. We got a hell of a goddamn auto race here. We are going for it in just about 5 minutes. We're going to hit the green flag of this race. And we are going to be going on a tri-oval, a triangle. It is 3 big turns. 4.923 miles is the length of this racetrack. That's why we're only going 45 laps.
Turn 4?
Exactly. No turn 4. That just makes it safer for everybody, I feel like. And or just don't. Who knows? Of course, with me as always is Lightning Lord, but we also got
Gentlemen!
Oh, hell. Oh, not this guy.
I thought we were going to have
Most glorious and honorable Mr. Naga's representative. Konnichiwa, gentlemen!
Representative of Most Glorious and Honorable Mr. Naga, who is, of course, I'm getting, okay, there we go. There is the number 10 car. There we go, number 10, right there. Got the camera right on it. Right on it. Number 10, the Kumite car. May he live for 10,000 years. It's Mr. Naga, Most Glorious Driver.
The other driver who disappeared under mysterious circumstance. Maybe he delicious for dog and cat.
That's ominous at the least.
Now, when you saying, I don't mean to be offensive, but when you say delicious for dog and cat, that's, it's like dog or cat food. I mean, you just feeding dry, or do you just feeding the wet stuff?
Yes.
Speaking of yes, we got the yes car, Reverend Pastor Chavez, already in the playoffs. I guess we can get some insight from you, Representative San, about the Toyota Yaris team, Most Glorious Motorsports. Already got one car in the playoffs, and that's Reverend Pastor Chavez in the 33 yes car. Fantastic season so far for being a brand new racing team.
Yes.
We'll see if you can get another car in the playoffs. It's been a tough season for the other two, but Reverend Pastor Chavez has looked pretty dang good.
Hopefully, most honorable and glorious driver gets off his disappointing ass and wins race to have two most glorious and honorable drivers into playoffs.
I believe you have Itchy now, and now you're gonna get Knee. So you're gonna have an Itchy Knee.
No.
You're gonna have an Itchy Knee.
No Itchy Knee.
And then San for the 3.
Apply tentacle cream to prevent.
You're gonna have eventually, if you string it all together, you get an Itchy Nissan.
You get an Itchy Nissan and an Itchy Nissan. That's might be one of our new sponsors, Itchy Nissans.
Yes. Serve you hot auto deal in front of fine, entertaining car salesman / chef.
You can eat sushi off a car salesman's body. I understand. We're going to go ahead and talk about the starting grid.
Eat sushi off a brand new.
The starting grid. Let's go ahead and talk us through the field for the Cinnafist 500. The starting grid as we are getting things going. On row 1, it is our pole sitter, Kevin Boner Pillman. On the outside pole is Jean-Paul Henry, yet to get a win. Kevin Boner Pillman, his first pole of the season. Fat Daryl on row 2, along with Giacomo, another car that's already qualified. Agent Toby Keith and Bucky Dushine, pair of rookies on row 3. Bucky Dushine, 2 poles. He's always good in qualifying. We'll see if he can stay at the front of the race. Stumpy Lane and Bowie Jessup, couple of veterans. Bowie Jessup, part of that Most Glorious Motorsports, they're on row 4. Woo Bob Biley on row 5, it qualified 9th. Good effort from him, along with Richard Blood, still looking for that very first series win. Dirk Tanaka, he's already got a playoff spot. He's on row 6 with El Matador Toto Rosanna on row 7. It's Ennio Sparini and Paul Alcohol, couple of veterans who have gotten wins. Paul Alcohol already got a win this season. Paul Walker in that 00 Nihilist Arby's car, along with Joe John Winchester. Winchester, another Ford in the playoffs. On row 9, it is Doug Pork in the Good Gravy car, Pontiac Bonneville for Adjective Foods, and Morris Mayfield in that 69 car.
Nice.
On row 10, it's Smiley Van Buren in that KFC I Ate the Bones number 11 car, and number 90, Petrol Topoff, another one in the playoffs. Mr. Naga's Most Glorious Driver in that number 10 Kumite car. And
May he drive for 10,000 years.
And Jim Blossoms in the 41. On row 12, it's Big Daddy Thibodeau. He's also in the playoffs already, along with Nikolai the Soviet Driving Bear in that number 2 Russian Bears to You car. Vitaly Kriptov, number 1 in the Gray Bits car. He's on that row with Ricky Walton, another playoff contender in the 32 Temecula Dirt car. Row 14, our 13-year-old 542 Norman, and Jeff Shanice, the Iron Jeff himself. Row 15, Jeff Gordon, the horse in the number 8 gun car, and Reverend Pastor Chavez towards the back of the field in that 33 Yes car. And finally, on row 16, it's Harry Gunt in the So Much Chicken Pontiac, and Cobb Salad, another playoff qualifier in the number 21 car, legal bet for realmoney.gov. And at this point, I think it's getting pretty darn good. We're looking at all these. We're looking at all these cars. Lloyd, it's a long race. It's a long track. Just under 5 miles. Only three turns. What's gonna be? They're gonna be hitting some speeds on this course. What's gonna be the strategy for anybody?
Oh, just hold on for dear life and pray that you don't get swallowed up in a big old wreck. Sorry. Oh, thank you. It looks like we've been presented here. Yes, this is a fine presentation. And look, we got chopsticks for our giant Cinnafists.
Excellent. I don't know how in the world I'm gonna get this whole thing in my mouth. I kind of wish it was rolled up like a little sushi size. I could just pop them in.
If you were just like schoolgirl.
But
and that's the thing about schoolgirls, man. I get older, they're the same age.
Yeah, they do. They do. Most Glorious Representative San, this is kind of a home track for your team, as close as it gets to it, being in Japan. So, what are you expecting to see from your racing team today?
I must say, on behalf of Mr. Most Glorious and Honorable Legitimate Businessman, Mr. Naga, who was totally not responsible for delays in football and auto racing yesterday, must say it is not a tri-oval today, it is more do-oval. Do-oval, not try, do-oval.
Do oval or do not oval. There is no tri-oval. Very good point to be made there. I think. Go ahead, Lloyd.
Yes. I was saying yes as a affirmative statement.
Oh yeah, yes, as in like the yes, yeah. Reverend Pastor Chavez. He is sponsored by Yes.
Hi.
Hello.
Yes.
No, that's a 33 car. We're got ourselves an Abbott and Costello bit. Well, before we get into any more vaudeville, let's. I think we need to go ahead and thank the Lord San. Do we have a prayer?
Oh yes. Yes, we got some, and it looks like we got some damn good music over there. 1 year ago, a man's fantasy became reality in a forum never seen before. The Diddler Cup Racing Series, a giant motorsport arena. The motivation for spending his fortune to create the Diddler Cup was to encounter new vehicular disasters, which can be called true artistic creations. To realize his dream, he secretly started choosing the top Jeffs of various styles of driving, and he named his men the Iron Jeffs, indivisible men of vehicular disasters. Iron Jeff Japanese is Mr. Naga's most glorious and honorable driver. Iron Jeff French is defending champion Jean-Paul Henry. Iron Jeff Chinese is Jeff Shanice. And Jeff Gordon the horse is Iron Chef Jeff Horse. The Diddler Cup is the arena where drivers await the challenges of master challenges from around the world. All the drivers have exactly 45 laps to tackle the theme ingredient of the day. Using all their senses, lack of skill, creativity, and stupidness, they prepare to create vehicular disasters never seen before. And if ever a driver wins the Diddler Cup Racing Series, he or she will gain the ability to be able to defend their title for no money. Every battle, reputations are on the line in the Diddler Cup, where master drivers pit their artistic creations against one another. What inspiration today's race bring? And how will the Diddler Cup Series fight back? The heat will be on!
Now that is beautiful. I believe if you don't mind, I think I'll go ahead and may I address the drivers this time? I think it's a rarity I get to do it, but in Japan, I think I might as well do it.
Oh yes, let's do this thing.
Drivers, the theme ingredient is Beepus fuel, high octane Beepus. Okay.
Oh.
So go ahead. Kyono Temawa Koredesu. It's Beepus, all right? You're going to be using Beepus, and I think we're going to get going. So, Ale Racing.
Yes, bang a gong, we are on. For 45 laps around this dangerous super speedway, we talk about all the great racing circuits of Japan. You got your Fuji Speedways, you got your Suzuka circuits, you got your Sugo sports lands. You can take them all, and you can leave them on because we're at Strong Style Kings Roadway.
No doubt about that.
Mr. Naga's most glorious and honorable private go-kart track.
Yes, that's also on the facility, along with a state-of-the-art amusement park.
Now, you gotta hope none of the go-karts are on the track right now, because these mighty machines know how. Look at the banks on these turns. They got a lot of space to race.
Yeah, that's right. You can just, if you can hold on to these cars, you can be able to run all day wide open. May expect one pit stop. That'll be about it.
As for the green flag pit stop, not sure we might see any cautions. Wow, look how wide look how wide that track is. You ain't gotta be bumping into nobody. You can basically go 6 or 7 wide here.
Yes.
All right. Also, Lace Corso is in the limo here. He has made his pregame pick. It says here it's the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters. And it says there's a note here. They are the Nippon Ham Fighters, not the Ham Fighters. They do not fight ham. They are not opposed to ham. They are not combatants of ham. But we do have all the ham on the track, and it's inside of row 2.
And it is the all the ham car.
Yeah. Just the nip.
Fat Daryl. Great qualifying effort. The Additive Foods team not looking all that great, but Fat Daryl is in playoff is in the running for playoff contention. He's currently sitting 19th in the points. He's only 9 to 4 points out of the lead. Remember, winning a race gets you into the playoffs. 16 cars will qualify.
Yes, as of course that would be the Subete no Ham.
Who you know about Sue and Betty?
Oh man, I'll tell you what. We got together for a little Angels threesome after I won down there at Erndale Speedway back in 2000.
Did you give her all your ham?
Oh, but you bet you
most
did,
of it.
but I tell you what, man. Then we brought Darlene in there for some extra fun. Shoo-wee!
you stop by a new Yes location in Yokohama Prefecture, you get personal massage, shower, and hot truck stop towel on face.
Pace car is off. This means we are about to get going. So reach over, get it on, bang a gong. Oh my God, why is he back out there? Why is he back out there? What the hell? Corso!
Son of a bitch.
God dang it, Corso!
Welcome to American Idiot Warrior! Mr. Naga takes summer residence on Mount Midoriyama.
Not sure what happened.
He had to stop at pit stop and get cotton candy patties for vending machine.
Apparently, it looks like something happened with Jean-Paul Henry. He is back in the,
oh no.
he is in the pits.
Oh.
And
Oh,
I'm
man.
officially confused. We're gonna have to get some word out there.
He did
How
not stop
in
that.
the
He did
world?
not get points.
Oh man.
Well, he's gonna have to make it out onto the track at some point.
Yeah, they gotta get him out there on the track to run some laps, but this is devastating.
He is the highest points. He is the highest driver in the points that has yet to win a race. So again, you know, pace car back on. I don't know if there was a collision. I don't see any damage. Let's go ahead and take a look at Giacomo in that KISS War Machine. I don't see any damage, so I don't know if he just had some issues with the car.
They're gonna move. They're gonna move the whole outside row up one. So Giacomo is gonna start the outside on the front row.
Yeah, that's a great little bonus there. He's got a chance to lead a lap on lap 1. Not entirely sure what happened. We'll have to see. We'll keep an eye on.
Gentlemen, do you mind if I please slightly use chainsaw off in corner here?
Sure, go ahead and just. Oh Jesus Christ, that's right there. Oh my God. All right, well they are not.
I take no responsibility. Must be increasing pressures from the Yakuza,
Now,
which are not related to us.
Now, Mr. Naga's most glorious and honor representative side. Quick question.
Yes.
How do you feel about 7-Eleven?
0 and 0.
Okay.
Damn right. That's why Yes is the official Japanese convenience store,
Yes.
the C store, if you will, of
Yes.
the Diddler Cup Racing Series.
Ichiban Yokosuna's convenience store of your local prefecture.
No doubt about that. We're looking at Kevin Boner Pillman taking this pace lap. The pace car came back on. Not entirely sure what in the world happened. And Jean-Paul Henry is back on the track, so he's gonna have to go back to the. He's gonna have to go to the back of the field. So he is gonna start. He is gonna, in fact, get some points from this. Keep an eye on the pace car. Will the pace car?
Don't ask me whether there are chainsaw marks on his carburetor.
I'm not gonna ask anything about that. There goes the pace car. Pace car is off.
Please,
So everybody reach over, strap something on,
For real this time.
and everybody, let's go! Diddle it! It's a goddamn auto race!
Aye, それは
And we are seeing, yeah, Jean-Paul Henry.
2008年ディーダーカップレーシングシリーズです。
Beautiful to hear. Jean-Paul Henry did, in fact, he is yet to cross the start-finish line.
He's coming up with a head of steam here. He's
But
already by the time the rest of this pack comes through.
Yeah, he is, and that's going to be a problem. He is just finally getting around. He has, in fact, crossed. He's already 30 seconds behind. What a terrible thing to, what a terrible, unfortunate thing to happen. No idea what happened. He brought into pit row. We saw them working on the car. I don't know if he picked up something and got a flat or something, but we're seeing Kevin Boner Pillman leading this race on lap number 1.
What unfortunate set of events for young Frenchman, Jean-Paul Henry. Only a shame that he would fall victim to errant running chainsaw underneath of car.
And you know, Lloyd, we're seeing a really strong low line as Kevin Boner Pillman just goes and takes that high line, actually. But we're seeing the low line might be the place to go. And look at all this room they got on these straightaways. They're going 3 and 4 wide already.
And look at all this unused real estate. There's really kind of 1 or 2 grooves down here. Like I said, it's a fairly new facility, still yet to be rubbered in, so the drivers have yet to have some time to kind of explore all of this massive real estate. I mean, we got a Ferris wheel, we got another Ferris wheel, we got an extra Ferris wheel inside.
And they're all on the track. They can all be used.
That's right. Yes. You can actually pay to watch the entire race from the top of a Ferris wheel that's been stuck and broke down.
45 laps and then must cross warp wall.
Oh man,
that sounds exciting. I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, some fans that get able to watch practice from one of the roller coasters, the one that has the giant 100-foot vertical loop here, the loop and the cars got stuck in the middle of the loop. It was a hell of a vantage point, even though they were passing out for the blood loss.
No doubt about that. It was very exciting to see, and we're seeing 2 grooves in this track being held onto. Nobody's really trying to make any passes just yet. They're still trying to get a handle on it. I think that's what comes with the fact that this is a racetrack that you're just trying to figure out. It's so new. You got to figure out.
It's so hard to maneuver for you stupid Americans.
And we're seeing Wuba Bala, the first brave soul. Stumpy Lane leads a lap, and Wuba Bala is the first one to go all low. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, it ain't Wuba Bala. We got a caution is out. It's Agent Toby Keith, Kevin Boner Pillman. It looks like Fat Darrell might have been involved in it.
Oh, and Kevin Boner Pillman, the pole silver. Fat Darrell, Agent Toby Keith all involved. Man,
it's definitely. Look at it's smoke pouring out of the engine of Agent Toby Keith. He got the worst of it. Looks like Kevin Boner Pillman may have. He may, as long as he can. Again, the caution will be a chance. Looks like there's no damage to the car. I know he took a bump, but Fat Darrell looks like there's no damage to the car there, and everybody else just seems to be falling in.
Mr. Naga's most glorious and honorable driver now in 14th and on the rise.
No doubt about that. Not sure if this is a full course caution or just part of it, but we're seeing a yellow flag is out, but nobody really seems to be caring.
I don't think they're slowing down much. They're frantically.
They're hitting 200. Caution speed apparently is 222 miles an hour. I have no idea if they're even trying to slow down on this racetrack, but it looks like maybe they're starting to figure it out. Dirk Tanaka is definitely.
Hey, Chip. What if I told you that? What if I told you that Lee Corso would have just drove right in the middle of the racing track and just phased right through one of the other cars and just popped out the other side?
I mean, I believe you. You know, I've seen some stuff, and here it comes. There's Corso. Thank you, Corso. Yep.
Good time to have a cigarette and drink myself into submission. Gentlemen.
Oh, yes.
Convenience store. Do you need anything from yes?
No, I think I'm good for the moment.
Okay, I'll bring you back something.
Okay, thank you.
What's it? EA. No, EA.
FVD. Can I get you a FVD?
No, thanks. I already picked one back up in 2011. After the snowball derby.
Yes.
Yes, that's where you're going to. Hi.
Gentlemen, moving on next bullet train. I'll be back shortly.
All right, fair enough. We got a caution right now.
Dirk Tanaka and Stumpy Lane.
Your leaders, yeah.
Yes, popular victory for the Japanese expatriate if he can stay up at the front of the field. Now my question is, how do you? I'm trying to figure out how do you attack a giant Cinnafist like this with chopsticks? It's usually
no idea.
I'm just used to kind of reaching down in there and just trying to gut it just pull up like the guts of a freshly killed deer and just cram it all into my mouth at the same time.
Well, I haven't a dang clue, but I'm gonna try for that, and I'm gonna tell you that we are under caution. I mean, I think maybe while he's gone, I can kind of break it up with my hands and just kind of. I've been trying to just like use it to kind of like pry it apart, like kind of crowbar style, and then see if I can stab through it. I kind of got it kebab style, but like I don't know if I'm supposed to just eat it like a popsicle.
You just kind of like eat it, like a popsicle.
I mean, this thing is huge. I mean, don't get me wrong. A Cinnafist is about the size of your head and someone you love's head put together.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, if people can eat a baked potato with chopsticks, you can eat a baked potato with a. Oh man, imagine a baked potato topped with Cinnafist. Could you imagine just a fully loaded baked potato and you drop a 1 pound Cinnafist right onto it? Oh,
sorry, I was trying to choke down my Cinnafist. Okay. I saw her for a second. I was having trouble getting Cinnafisted, and a baked potato. I mean, that sounds just delightful. I feel like I could kind of, this is kind of going to save me on dishes. I can stab my food, put it over the fire, barbecue it, and then go ahead and eat it.
Yeah, you can have a barbecue Cinnafist. I've seen some of the fans down there camping the infield. They got an open barbecue, and they've just been enjoying some. They've been enjoying the Cinnafist bento box.
Now, I understand that at least 2 of those sections are straight up frosting.
Oh yes, indeed. It's a traditional Japanese bento box for lunchtime, except it replaces all the healthy and nutritious and savory items, and just drop a Cinnafist in there with 2 sections that are all just frosting for you to apply at your own leisure. You can have as little or as much as you like. The possibilities are endless, and it all ends in type 2 diabetes.
Much like the frosting option, it is also endless.
That is very much true.
But, the most important thing is... I
think the most important thing here is that the Diddler Cup Racing Series is willing to venture out to all these great places. We've been to England. We've been to Japan. Lord knows how many places we'll end up going to. If they'll... and maybe they'll have us back sometime.
That'd be wonderful. I think and we're going to Germany in a couple of weeks, too. We're going to the legendary Die Puppenhosen track. That's going to be awesome.
Oh, man.
A legendary road course. And I mean, I don't want to seem like, suddenly all these benefactors were throwing money at us. We're still down home. We're still back to our roots. We ain't a whole bunch of rich antediluvian sharks, you what? Okay? We're still down home.
Tell them, Chip. We got that down home feel. That's why the world wants to bring the Diddler Cup Series to them. They say that...
pace car is off in a big old cloud of fog. I'm not going to lie. We may have a bit of an issue here. We may have to have some issues with the race.
Oh, no. That is actually independent professional wrestler Tanner Hashi coming out there, giving them some of his pyro to the fans as he come out for the talk show.
Well, time is of the essence, of course. We understand there is a bit of weather coming in, increasing pressures of the Yakuza, maybe, and of course, increasing pressures of the Yakuza to schedule. The XLF may mean that we may have to, this race may be called a little prematurely. If that happens, we are going to bring it to you later on.
Gentlemen!
Oh, hey there. Oh, hey, y'all.
I have received glorious news from Extreme Indoor League of Football representative that games will be starting tonight, directly after this race.
Wait all day for Friday morning. I mean, it's got kind of the same ring to it.
Oh, like a ring delay? Oh,
Damn right, y'all. This is a fun race. I tell you what, I wasn't expecting this out in the Ford class, but I'm seeing some dark weather clouds over there, and I don't know about y'all, but I would love to see these cars running the wet here.
That would be something, I think,
that would be dangerous as hell.
it absolutely would.
be wet and dangerous. Just like Match 3 new game by Mr. Naga's most glorious and honorable phone app company.
Just like Durlene. Man.
Yes.
Beaumont should have been here, Pat.
Man, that's true. He would have loved it.
Man, he would have loved racing. He would have loved driving in a bunch of puddles out here at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's looking pretty bad right now. We're going to have to find out from race officials and, of course, from the Yakuza.
Oh, man. I played the hell out of that game on my nephew's PlayStation 4. Man, that's like a Japanese Grand Theft Auto. You see the kind of shit they can do over there? Man.
I know. I saw somebody smack a child.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm sure because it was mouthing off, I'm sure.
Man, yeah, it had to be.
It's like my dad did to me.
Man. Now look at this. We got a bunch of drivers here that are never had very little experience on these super speedway tracks over here, and they were just taking it to a like a daggone for some Japanese font over here, like a majestic swan to water.
Yeah,
to
no doubt about
Pacific
that.
Ocean, right over the top of the fault line. Of course, everything's over the top of the fault line. Mr. Representative of Mr. Nagasan, quick question: what is the contingency plan for Strong South Kings Roadway in case an earthquake just happens to cause significant damage to the racetrack?
Yes.
All right, that sounds promising.
Speaking of, yes, moving up the ranks, Reverend Pastor Chavez up to 19th place. Start at the back of the field, looking pretty dang good right now.
Reverend Pastor Chavez is, he started way down in the back, but yes, the yes car is moving.
Now he's here.
Started from the bottom, now his whole team is up at the front. Bowie Jessup's in around there. And
he's
Mr.
around behind him. He's helping him out. Giving him a draft partner. Draft partner's so important in this.
And the Iron Jeff. The Iron Jeff is at the front.
Little bit of raindrops here.
That he is, and not looking good.
I understand from official that your game goes to rain delay. It's either Looney Tunes cartoons or indoor football.
Oh, I'd say go.
Indoor football.
I'd say go to the football.
Oh man, I could kill for some football right about now. Then again, I could kill for some Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
I could also kill for dinner and a movie. I mean, that seems to be a hell of a rain delay program.
I could kill both.
I could kill this Cinnafist right about now.
Oh man, I've been just having that Cinnafist bento box. You see the Cinnafist bento box, you think, man, there is no way a man can eat that much frosting. And then I say that and I go, you know what? Yes.
Yes.
Delicious frosting. Delicious frosting.
It's like keto, man who invented own diet named after him, who committed seppuku when he found out he could not have Cinnafist.
Oh yeah, keto. I remember that was Keto and Tanaka. They were a pair of. They had a good diet plan. Looking at Big Daddy Thibodeau putting a big challenge on Jeff Shanice.
already in the playoffs here, and so is Giacomo. Giacomo
got a couple of good. Look at that. Jeff Gordon, the horse, pretty close to the front of that pack too. The horse.
Here comes that horse
up the middle. He's got a good draft. He's got a good draft off of Jeff Shanice.
This is most honorable and legitimate horse racing simulator now.
No doubt about that. And we're going to go ahead and... Oh, he's rubbing up quickly with Smiley Van Buren. Cut right down. I don't know if they made contact, but Jeff Gordon, the horse, just zipped down the low line on this track. And that's a place where Wu Bao likes to drive.
Yeah, Jeff Gordon, the horse, by the way, no stranger to competition in Japan. He was actually the winner of the 2017 Japan World Cup of horse racing. After he magically transformed into his own Diddler Cup racing car on the home stretch and took the victory.
Amazing.
He beat a monkey riding a chip.
I mean, the pure nature of horse racing, you don't get anything better than Japan for horse racing as it was intended to be. As you can see by a monkey driving what now?
Monkey on top of a chip.
Okay, and also a horse transmutating into an actual auto car.
It's not even his final form.
Jeff Gordon, the horse, leading this race. Which, if we have any sort of weather coming in, we might have to have a rain delay. But we'll keep you up to date. We're still going racing. We're green flag racing right now, but the word is, if there's another caution, the race may be paused and then restarted.
So we do have a continuation plan in place.
Yeah, the field will freeze and continue up at the end of that caution. But as of right now, they're not going to stop the race under green flag for rain at the moment, because they figure that why not? These sons of bitches can drive through anything.
That would be dumb. That would be dumb as hell.
That'd be safe. And the one thing we ain't is safe.
No, the one thing we ain't fucking is safe. Unless we're fucking in a safe.
I would fuck us safe, but that's just because
I would fuck inside of a Remington gun safe.
Absolutely. You ever fucking a Brinks truck? That is a fun, secure place.
Gentlemen,
there's nothing better than that is my definition of safe sex.
It is the Kraken. Mr. Naga's most glorious on a level drop and now 12 place.
The Kraken has been released in the infield. That's amazing.
This pleases me.
There is everything in this racetrack. They've got it all. They've got a Kraken. They got 2 Ferris wheels, an entire roller coaster, and a not completed roller coaster, because like in that video game, someone just built it and said, you know what, let people ride on it.
Yeah,
it's time for Mr. Bones' wild ride.
Yeah, it's not completed, but you can still ride it. It's still operational.
It has no intention to be. Oh, it's completed. It ain't completed, but it's complete. It's done. They're done building it.
It's done there, buddy.
Nuance is everything, but they are done. It ain't complete, but they're done with it.
It's not an aerodynamics design. It's not a B&H coaster. It's a DOA coaster, if you know what I mean.
It's a half-built coaster. That's the HB.
Giacomo, that will be 2-timing individual.
Man, I don't know. He doesn't seem like a 2-timing individual to me. I think he seems like an all right guy. I mean, he did have his pecker out in the ambulance as he was being taken to the medical care center in the last race.
Always victim of close shave on half.
Oh yeah, that's right, man. He's got to do something to get that even out here. Actually, now I say leave it as the way it is. It's starting.
Mr. Naga, glorious driver, now top 10.
Yes, Mr. Naga's most glorious driver has moved up to 7th actually on this most recent lap. But back down to 12th. Excuse me, 12th. But still, that is a very close pack. There are 19 cars within a second of the lead, and we are looking at Bear versus Horse, and Bear is winning right now.
Oh my goodness, we got a bear and a horse out on the track here.
That is the number 2, Russian Bears to you, Dodge Stratus, driven by Nikolai the Soviet driving bear. You want a bear delivered to you? They deliver you mail-order bears. Russian mail-order bears.
And since Russia's just over the border there, I mean, the shipping ain't going to be that expensive if you
No, especially if you live in Alaska. I mean, you can see Russia from your house in Alaska.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, you could practically walk from there if you have the patience of the time. You want to get your steps in, slap on your shit.
Much like other ladies from Russia, but return policy very, very messy.
No doubt about that. We're seeing Richard Blood getting some clean air and not quite leading yet, but we're going to hit the start finish line. I think Richard Blood's going to get himself some 5 points. Yep, he just crosses it right there. And he gets 5 points for leading a lap, 1/3 of the way into this race, 15 laps. We are on lap 15 now, excuse me. And, Richard Blood, this is his first chance to get. That's kind of the interesting thing. We're seeing cars, and we see this so many times on the super speedways. They lead, they get to the front of the race, they kind of get a feel what it's like to have some clean air, and then they fall back, maybe to save fuel, get their 5 points, and get back in the pack. But sometimes we see they run so much better when they're in clean air.
Absolutely. You got to have the car fine-tuned to where it can run good in any condition. When you want it to run in clean air at the front of the field, or when you run into the slipstream, it has to be perfectly balanced here. And that's what we're seeing part of that here today. Look at this stumping Lane go to the inside and taking Jeff Gordon-Horse and Joe John Winchester with him.
That's a pair of teammates there. That's Lane and Blood. Lane's already led a lap. Have to go ahead and see what is going on. I have not seen. There's Jean-Paul Henry. Yeah, Agent Toby Keith he's blown a header. Which, make your own joke there, folks. But JP Henry way off the pace. 51 seconds off the lead. Kevin Boner-Pillman, Fat Darrell, both were caught up in that wreck as well. Their race is basically done. They're just staying on the track to try to get some extra laps in. Maybe hope that something else happens and they can gain some spots. Their races are effectively over.
Who is to say? Maybe if they're hoping now, if this rain starts to roll in, to get another caution, that may force a continuation clause here, and that might put them up the field. Who's to say? I don't know. All I know is that this Cinnafist is so delicious.
It really is.
There's so much of it. You can just practically eat it for 5 days and be covered in frosting the whole way.
You can buy yourself. You buy yourself one of those take-home boxes of Cinnafist. You get 4 gigantic Cinnafists. They cover the freight shipping to help deliver to your house because you're going to need that help. It could feed a family of 5 for an entire week and give you a sugar rush that won't die down until 2 months later. That is the power, the awesome power of the Cinnafist.
The frosting stays in your clothes and on your skin forever, and as it turns out, testimonials, people actually seem to like that.
I'm not going to lie, after this race is over, I'm going to go mainline some frosting. I'm just going to inject it right into my dang veins. I might have to do it between my toes, though, because that way, they check for the marks on my arm.
Yes.
That sounds delicious, man.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you just your mouth gets so tired of chewing the sweet and goodness of the Cinnafist here. I mean, Lord knows you just want to cram it all into your mouth at once and dive into it face first like it's the ball pit of a Chuck E. Cheese. But
I heard that the large order of Cinnafist, you could hollow it out. If you eat it from the inside out, it becomes a second home for your backyard. It becomes like a camping sort of tent.
Oh yeah.
It is so large. You could house a small. It's like a studio apartment.
Yeah, it's like when you go up into northern Michigan along the Great Lakes, you see people not camping out in cabins, but they are camping inside of hollowed out.
Oh my God! What happened?
Oh my God!
Stumping Lane just hit the horse. They missed the. Caution is out. What in the world? Stumping Lane hit the horse.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
It would be most honorable shame if he fell victim to do another chainsaw attack.
Oh my!
Stumpy Lane is. I don't know what happened to Stumpy Lane. And
What in the world? We got rain down there on the front stretch.
oh no! Well, the red.
Oh no! Oh.
What Stumpy Lane having trouble getting to pit road. I think that elevated pit road. Another completely devious plan by Mr. Naga, most glorious and honorable may be.
Devious? No, he's not. No, not devious.
Crafty,
No.
very crafty, and it looks like the horse is back out on the track. So maybe the
No
horse.
involvement. No involvement.
We're gonna see if the horse can get it back together. The horse seems like there's not a lot of damage. He's back on the track. He actually got bumped into pit lane, which may have actually been the saving grace. All we know right now is we got a leader, and it is Joe John Winchester as the caution is out.
Lord. Holy Lord, man.
Yeah,
Goodness.
I'm not sure. It looks like we are, looks like the, looks like, man.
Man.
That's unfortunate. Looks like, it looks like we are going to be under delay right now. We're going to go ahead. Red flag is out. It is,
It's pissing it down now.
it is, as they're trying to get, they're pulling the cars.
Tugboat. Oh.
They are pulling the cars off the track right now. They are just trying to get them back in here. We got 17 laps down. We're on lap number 18. We are going to restart the caution. I'm getting word as we get it right now. We're going to go ahead and go right to the XILF Indoor Football League in just a few.